I've also been wow, English has escaped me. I have also been coming across. Woo! What up, everyone? It's your girl Mbali coming to you with another episode. Guys, I'm so sorry, my nephew in the background. What up, everyone? It's your girl Mbali coming to you with another episode. Pow, pow, pow. Lol. So today I'm coming to you with the topic on the weight. So I did do a video on this a few weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, not a few weeks ago. Well, it was a few, but you know, a few makes it sound really dramatic. So 2 weeks ago, I did a video on this. I recorded it and everything. All I had to do was edit it and put it on YouTube. But then, as the 2 weeks have been going by, I feel like the Lord has just been adding onto this topic more and more, revelation after revelation, after anger. So as Christian singles, we are told that we are in a season of waiting for a man or waiting for a woman. So you're waiting basically for marriage. And in this waiting season or waiting period, there are certain ways to help you cope through this waiting period, to help you get through it. Just enjoy your waiting period. So nah, all those things. And I'm saying no. I'm calling the wait out. I think the wait is absolute rubbish. I said it. I did. I said it. It's rubbish. God did not put us in this world. God did not design a woman or a man. But I will specifically speak for women in this video, because that's where the attack usually comes. Always feeling attacked. But anyway, so God did not design you, a woman, to be in this world for a man. He did not want you to be pure for a man. He does not want us to dress modestly for a man. Can we stop preaching these things to our young women? Because it is so damaging. I have experienced so much damage from such things because it feels like such a personal attack. And I'm sorry if I'm extremely... Ooh. The whole table's shaking. So I'm sorry if I am extremely passionate about this topic and I do end up shouting, or I do end up like this close in the camera. Just understand that it's from here. It's from the heart. Because I actually think a stop should be put to this. So the weight, right, let me get into it. I've been coming across a lot of the times the weight videos, and I haven't always found them a bad thing until recently, where I was like, so what happens to a woman who actually isn't aspiring to marriage? Because I found myself in a position where, sorry, my battery's dying. So I found my battery's always dying in my YouTube videos. Anyway, yeah, I found myself in a position where I actually wasn't striving to be married. So what do I call this period in my life right now? That and just the way I was being advised in my life from people in my life, others in my life. It was always from a place of assuming that, don't worry, you're gonna get married, everything's gonna be okay. I'm not feeling that. Not saying that I don't want to get married. I do want to get married one day, but we shouldn't shine this light this light, glorious light on it, put it on a pedestal. And then on top of that, about a week and a half ago, the Lord, while I was busy praying in my prayer time, just gave me this magnificent revelation on the weight. It's even titled The Weight. Right. Which I think is absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Jesus. So yeah, I'm gonna get into it and just explaining why I don't believe in the weight. Okay, cool. So I was reading 2 Samuel 20, and then I came across verse 3. And basically verse 3, okay, so there's a backstory before I get to verse 3. So the backstory, it's David's time. It's the whole Absalom situation. Absalom, after he ran away from Jerusalem, came back, wanted to take over, overthrow his father, take over Jerusalem. David and his entire entourage, army thing, shandies, ran away into another place. So Absalom, so before that, David left 10 concubines. He left his 10 concubines to just look after his household, keep it looking nice. So Absalom comes into David's home while he's not there, takes these 10 concubines and basically defiles them and sleeps with them, but on display on the roof of David's house for all to see. Right, so the whole shandies happens. Absalom is now defeated, he's dead, boy bye. David comes back home, him and his entourage, they come back home, and it says in 2 Samuel 20 that he comes back home, the 10 concubines are there, but he doesn't sleep with them ever again. So he sort of takes them, he puts them aside in this house, or in just a place they can live the rest of their lives, and he takes care of them, obviously financially and all of that. But the words the Bible specifically uses is that they were shut. These 10 concubines were shut, so they never got married, they didn't do any of it, they just lived their best lives by themselves. Now, first time reading this a week and a half ago, I was completely shattered and heartbroken for these ladies, these 10 concubines, because I'm like, you did not pick this. But then as I sat back and thought, but why, Lord? Why would you allow such an injustice to happen to them, to the point where they have no choice to marry or not? That was taken away, it was almost taken away from them. Do you get what I'm saying? So why is it like that? Why is this injustice on them and everyone's okay with it? It's in the Bible, we're just moving along. And then that's when he gave me the most powerful revelation I've had in a while. And it just goes on to be like, what's in marriage that I can't give them? It's deep, y'all. It is so deep. What's in marriage that I can't give them? That just blew my mind, because we live in a society and in a Christian community where marriage is a goal, which is not a bad goal, but it's become a church goal next to Christ. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. It's just become so deep that if you don't get it, it looks like such a disadvantage or such a doing wrong by, when in actual fact it's not. It really isn't. Paul even says, don't get married, y'all. You're good. You'll be fine. You'll be okay, literally. And if these 10 concubines, we don't get into them or into their personal lives or their relationship with the Lord, but assuming that their relationship with the Lord is tight and they're growing with the Lord at that time, they actually wouldn't have felt done wrong by, purely because they're with Christ. They were tight with God in in that circumstance, they're okay. They have everything that they'll ever need in life in God. So there's no need for marriage. So therefore, them being put to the side, living their best lives is not a bad thing. It's not wrong, and it's not an injustice. When we tell people to wait for marriage, we tell them to wait for something that they can get in their singleness, if you hear what I'm saying. So a marriage between a man and a woman is absolutely nothing without God. But a marriage is something. It's beauty, it's bliss, it's growth with God. So ultimately, you are waiting for God, which is something that you can attain in your singleness. That type of relationship with Christ you can attain in your singleness. You can die single, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with you, because you've attained a relationship with Christ that others find in marriage. You can find it in singleness too. And Paul, going back to Paul, he even says you're good if you don't marry, because you can even get that relationship even more, because now you can focus purely on your relationship with Christ. And that's it. So this entire thing, marriage is another dimension to experience God, but you cannot not experience that dimension in singleness. You can. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. We don't wait for marriage or a husband because there is nothing there. Ain't that the truth? God makes a marriage work. Therefore, you are waiting for God, because He is the bliss in the marriage. You wait for God, not for marriage. Boom! Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, guys. Let's not put marriage on a pedestal as a church. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I practically shouted throughout this video. I'm very sorry. I'm in one of those moods. So please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next episode.